Hey there, everybody. Nice to see you. This is episode 15 of Project 2 of The Joy of Functional Game Dev. And the GitHub project is v0.14. There was no change in between the end of episode 14 and the start of episode 15. And that's all I have to say about that. Going over to the Trello board, the thing that we have, I'm going to kind of organize this. We have exploration is the first thing to do, and kind of trying to consider whether or not I consider ocean to be done. But exploration is definitely something we want to do. Go back over to the project so that we can refresh ourselves as to where we are at. And we have the ability to see islands. One other. But what I want is a small circle of the areas around me to become visible at a time, and only to display the part of the screen of the map that I have explored. So, and then also one of the other things that I really want to do is don't go off the world edge. I would like to. I know pretty much exactly how I want to do that by not letting you. And I'm not exactly sure. Perhaps I show it a different way. Let's go to game state, and at the moment we're starting to get this is becoming a mess, so we need to split it up a bit. So map objects, object render cells. So I think what I need here is I'm going to need some cell location stuff, add new item, and we will just call it I don't even know what to call it, because this is the place where I want my cell location and my pixels per column to go. So we'll just call it cell location. Call location, cell location. We will move that locatoin, of course. Why is it without fail every single time? You watch me do it. You watch me do this 100 times. OIN every time. Okay, so here in game state, so this is going to get, so cell and cell location, these things are going to go over here. And nothing's with PX, so it does need whatever that one is, SDL utility, and now this one no longer needs SDL utility. And now that one should be happy. And then this one will also need to open cell location. And then that should be happy. And I think I want cell map to be in there too, because I think cell map does not need to be in game state. So cell location is perhaps not the render cells. All right. I'll also add render cells. Yeah, a bunch of fascinating refactoring work, but it was starting to get to be a mess. Must be done. Render cell. And stuff in render cell. Oh, so render cell has to go up here. And we take a render cell color and put that up in here. And it needs open cell location. Do I really need it though? I don't know that I need it. Let's open render cell. And that should allow it to go. Map cell. Yeah, ooh, this stuff is kind of awful. So these things. Alright, and now so what's this? Terrain render cells. This can be in, actually, you know what, who uses this? Who is you? Well, first off, I'm going to need, this should work, because render cell is coming in. Yeah, what did we fail on? Okay. What have I failed at? Ah, okay. Then cell location. Go build it. Render cell, doesn't know what render cell is. And we're going to open render cell. Go. Still fail. And render's going to need probably both of those. Undoubtedly. And still no. One left. Up there we are in program. Okay. What did we? Cell location. Open cell location. System apparently can go. And get them. Come on. What do you mean? Oh, render cell. Open render cell. Okay, and we will be ready to move on. It's always the bit about refactoration. Okay, so these map, I don't want, okay, so I need map cell. Add a new item, you're going to be called map cell. And in map cell, we're taking all the map stuff. Of course, we should move it up to where it needs to go. Right there. Got map object. What else we got? We got map cell. So that's that one. So I need a set terrain and a set object. Pretty much the rest of down this. We're gonna shuffle stuff around for a minute here, and then we're gonna make it all work out. All right. And map locations. Template. There's all the stuff. And even this right here might wind up being too big, but game state, I want to say open map cell, and that should make this be quiet. Okay. What else I got going on? Alright. Get player location is not defined. This will have to open map cell. Okay. Down to 33. Where's that? Okay, so I need to open cell location. Okay, cool. That should... Really? Is that really? Alright. And create world is in map cell now. Okay, cool. Now we're in a little better shape. That didn't take too long, I hope. We can get back to work. So one of the things that we want to do is onto the map cell, I want to add a visible. And just by adding that, it's going to cause some other stuff to break. So when I set the terrain, so this tries to find that. If it does, then that, and other than that, visible equals false. You're just creating it for the first time, so it's originally some, otherwise, then just take that and change the terrain. Should really also take sort of the, let's put this back. Let's put this up in here. This kind of stuff should be up at the top. And alright. So here's visible, and where else is visible? Do we have visible? Create the world where visible is false. At the moment, we don't really care about visible, but we do want to update things based on an exploration. So say update visible. Update visible. I'll update visible flags. Okay, so we'll call it that. So that's a map. So we have at this point is a cell map. We'll put that right in here. Like that. It's going to take as the last. It's going to take these as the last parameters. It's going to take this as the last parameter and return a one of those. So first things first. Get player location, which returns an option. Okay, so get player location. Let player location equal map get player location. And we're just return. Well, we're going to return map. So at the moment, we're going to return map. Just so everything's cool. All right. And What do we call this? This is an island template. This is the let visibility template equals, and it's going to be another list. They're just going to be tuples to start with. I'm going to, here's paint.net, and here is, it is a, with the middle being where the guy is, so it's a 5x5, but with these things not there. So everything from -2 to +2 +2, but without the actual -2s or the plus, anything where there's both 2's, we don't do. So, okay. But what we'll do to start with is we'll put them all in. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 0, 1, 2. And we do this. Okay. Let's put a little bit of space here. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. -1. Space 0. Space 1. Space 2. Okay. We'll leave that one there. So getting rid of that one. 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 Got that. Rid of my white space. Okay. So we have a sequence of tuples. And we're going to sequence.map. Fun xy. Give me back a column x times 1 cell. Row equal y times 1 cell. So this gives me my visibility template, which is a sequence of cell locations. It doesn't really matter the collection, because all I care to do is to go through each of these, find them if possible. All right. This can be private. This can be private, can't it? Because I only really need it here. So visibility template. I'm going to fold through the visibility template. And this is a sequence.fold. Fun map. Location. Return map, and we're going to start with map. So here we are, we're cool. So with the location, actually it's a delta, not the location, delta. So let location equal column equal something, row equal something. You know, this is happening a lot. This is happening sometimes. This right here. And I don't like it. So I need a utility function. Let add location. Let call it a sum. Sum locations. So it's going to be first, which is a cell location. Second, which is a cell location. we're going to return a cell location equal column equals first dot column plus second dot column. Row equals first dot row plus second dot row. Because really, why should I be doing this all over the place? Where was I? I was someplace. I was in render map cell. I was in map cell. Is that right? Yes. All right. So we're gonna go player location delta some locations player location. Your cell location. Your cell location option. Yeah, I'm updating the visual flags. I have to take into account actually now I can this one is this one's a bind? No. If I'm not so alright, match fine. Okay, location with so, if it's done, then we return map. Some location, then so we've got location here, and I want location. So some location. So I take location, add the delta, but nope. Okay. Don't want location, location, blah, blah, blah. Would this work? Is this going to work? It probably would even work. Call it visible location. Here's the delta and that location. Probably have something like a set visible. Set visible. Let set visible. There's a cell location and a cell map. I'm going to return something. There we go. Called cell map. Returns a cell map. There's a cell map here. And cell location. And I don't have to specify because I'm making them visible. So that's you know, if I just don't care. If set visible is going to be okay. And that's okay. All right. The original cell. So all right. I'm going to do this. Match that with trying to return. All right. So if we get a none, then cell map. Some. So what if this is some map cell. It's going to be okay, so here's all right. So if we do find that being the map cell, we're going to take the cell map. We're going to map.add cell location. We're going to do cell map with visible equals true. Cell map cell. Okay. So when I set visible, it's going to attempt to find the location. So cell map try find returns me the value. If it finds it, doesn't find it, okay, fine, and I'm not modify. Okay. So actually, I'm completely good to go. I don't care if the player location comes back. Then I'm going to let the visible data sum the locations, and going to take map. We're going to set visible visible location. And that should hopefully compile. There we hope. Okay, it does compile. Now for in rendering, okay, where are you? Where are you? Where are you rendering your stuff here? Render draw. Okay, we're going back. Oh, nope. This again. My rendering is fine. My rendering is done. What I need to do is where I'm talking to. There's something called render map cell in there. There is. Where are you, render grid? You're gonna render map add, render location. Where in the world are you? On idle play state, map view cells, fold them. Can't read my own stupid code. Render map first. Okay, go here. That's the one. My goodness. Okay. If map cell is sum, then we're gonna match map cell dot visible value dot visible of true sum and true none. And false, who cares? At the moment, we're going to do this. Else. Well, that's still alright. If it's not, so if we can see it and it's an object, then do that. If we can see it and there is no object, then render that. Otherwise, I'm going to need a, is it under game state? Because where are all these things? So terrain render cells. I'm going to say out of bounds. Let out of bounds cell out of bounds renders cell. Cool. It's going to be a something here. No, not that. And then let unexplored render cell. And let's find that. I want the question mark for the unexplored, so that's all the way, that's 3F. That's gonna be 3F. And the foreground, I'm gonna go with a yellow. Not sure. Go black. And then the background can be green. So my out of bounds render cell. Go back to my round font. And what's a nice one that says nothing's here? This one does something. So it says 0F. Or one of these. One of these and make it like say this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, B1. So B0, B1. Let's start with B0. B0. Foreground we're gonna make cyan. And the background is going to be just regular blue. Okay. So when we are rendering these things, where to go? Go to you. Oh, there's the render cell. So when we're false, we want the unexplored render cell. And when we're completely out of bounds, I want the terrain render cell to be replaced with my out of bounds render cell. Alright. But also, when I move my boat, so what is state? The map grid is that, and one more thing that I want to do is, where's the thing that causes it to be visible? Updates the visibility. Update visible flags. Update visible flags. Now the map grid, the B map grid, is going to move, gets rid of the boat, puts the boat someplace, updates the visible flag. So actually this should work. Provided it compiles, it should work. Ooh, well, it's a little bright there, but let's see what happens. Okay, exploration works. Okay. Color's super duper ugly, but finally, okay, and that is how that gets done. Alright. That was actually almost interesting. Alright. Now what happens when we have no idea how close we are? Should actually show me the border of the map. Oh, here's the problem with this background. It becomes a magic eye very quickly. Ooh, okay. And now we know. Oh yeah. Okay. And there's the edge of the world. Alright, that's pretty cool. That's a really, really, really rotten way of doing this, but what other color? So maybe this is where the cyan. I don't know. Let's experiment with a couple colors, because that is pretty awful. Of course, the fact that I still have the magenta background going on there is not great. Oh, it doesn't need cell location anymore. Delete. Yeah, this code's a mess. It is a mess. We're gonna do it. Okay, so update the visible flags. Okay. Unexplored cell. Perhaps it's black on cyan. Try it again, because the green was not good. This is not good either. This is no good. How about cyan on black? How about green on black? Actually, you know what? You know what? We're gonna go black on gray. That's what we're gonna do. This is gonna be the guy. This is gonna be it. Yes, this is it. See, now, do you get the illusion that the boat is moving? Boat remains stationary, but do you get the illusion? I think the illusion is gotten. I think it's a good illusion. Oh, and we're near the edge of the map. Is that one still good? Or should I put gray on that one as well? Let's do that. So we're going to gray, dark gray on blue. And then we shall be happy with our colors for the day. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Maybe we can keep ourselves from floating off the edge. Maybe we can do that. So when I move the boat, so, all right. So next location, so we can do this. Say cell location. Was it combined some locations? Clear location. That's cell location, and this is delta. Really, this is the other way around. X. Okay, so my delta goes in there, then next location. Where's my map? What map grid? Grid equals, so state.mapgrid. Okay, here it is. All right. So if state.mapgrid try find, yeah. So I need to try, okay. So, is it contains key? Yes, contains key cell location. Then else. State map grid. So now it should not let me go off the side of the board. We will test it. Do you still compile, actually, first? You do. So, up, still did it. So, what goes on here? So, move boat. So, move the boat. All right, put the breakpoint. If the map grid contains, no, that's player location. Next location. Okay. Okay. Now it'll work. Somewhere in the Czech Republic, somebody was shouting at me, I think. Or it might be a real far distance from this one. I think I picked the wrong wall to head towards. Pick the east wall. Okay, can I go? Moment of truth. I can't do it. Alright, I now have placed a wall at the edge of the world. Alright. And that's good. That's cool. Alright, so now we can't go kill ourselves. We can explore the whole land. Well, the whole ocean. Make our little map. Now, questions come. It's like, okay, I've got the ability to do this. Do I want the ability to have a little mini map of it, of my world that I've looked at? I don't know. Beats me. I mean, it could. So let's. Well, but while we're thinking about that, a mini map. And edit label. I don't know that I want to do it. I know how I'd do it. I just don't know if I want to. Is it that sort of game that has a mini map, or is it not? Yeah. So here we are, exploring ocean filled with islands. I don't have it. One of the things here is I don't necessarily have it picking me a. Ooh, picked right on the edge. Doesn't always necessarily pick me a location that is anything in particular. It could spawn me on an island or near an island. So right here, I'm at the border of an island. I think I wanted to make sure that it always spawns me on deep ocean, because I'm starting to have the notion of what. Okay, we're in a boat. We're on an ocean. There's a bunch of islands around here. How did we get here? And the story, the sense of the story that I'm starting to get is you're a guy in your own boat, and you're a fisherman. You're out fishing, and suddenly a storm hits, and you are blown off course, and you think the weather started getting rough, the tiny ship was tossed, so on and so forth. And when you think you're going to die, and when the storm is over, you are somewhere. And so that's the story. Maybe I should even like have that in the game. Here's your story. What do we now what? And then you navigate and try to find islands. But more than that, I don't have yet. But it's starting to come together. And one of these days we'll like have some stats. Maybe we'll have a mini map. I don't know. But in any case, thanks. Well, this is gonna be it for today. Thanks for coming on this journey with me, and keep that joy of functional game dev alive and well in your heart. And I'll see you next time.